What if your body already had everything it needed to burn fat, and you just needed to learn how to switch it on? Most of us think fat loss means restriction, less food, more suffering, endless discipline. But what if instead it was about warmth literally? Your body has a built-in mechanism called thermogenesis, a natural process that generates heat by burning energy. When it's active, you're not just warming up, you're melting away stored fat, especially the deep visceral fat that's linked to stubborn belly weight and low energy. Now, here's the interesting part: you don't have to fast for days or push yourself through extreme workouts to activate it. There's a simple Thermo Boost trick that helps your body raise its internal temperature safely and naturally, and when that happens, your metabolism wakes up. Your cells start burning stored fat for fuel, and your energy becomes steady, not spiky like it does with caffeine or sugar. Think of it like flipping a switch from storage mode to burn mode. Your body stops clinging to fat for protection and starts using it as its most efficient energy source. Over time, this not only helps with weight loss, but it supports your mood, focus, and vitality because your body finally feels like it's running the way it's meant to. So as we dive into this video, I want you to think about your mornings. Do you wake up feeling cold and sluggish, or warm and ready to move? That one clue might tell you everything about how your metabolism is functioning and whether your body is stuck in storage or ready to burn. Let me know in the comments which one sounds more like you. Thermogenesis is one of those fascinating processes that most of us never think about, yet it quietly shapes everything about our energy, our weight, and even how we feel day to day. It's your body's natural ability to produce heat, a built-in mechanism designed to keep you warm and alive. But here's the amazing part: this same process that keeps you from freezing also plays a powerful role in burning fat. When your body generates heat, it burns energy. And when that energy isn't coming from the food you just ate, it pulls from your stored fat reserves, including the deep visceral fat that tends to cling stubbornly around the abdomen. Imagine your metabolism like a fire. When it's burning bright, your body easily converts fat into fuel, keeping your temperature, energy, and focus steady. But when that fire cools down, when thermogenesis slows, your body moves into conservation mode. It holds on to fat instead of using it because it senses a lack of warmth and safety. This is one of the reasons people who constantly feel cold or tired often struggle with fat loss. Their internal fat burning switch is turned down low. There are a few main ways your body creates heat: through physical movement, digestion, and a special type called non-shivering thermogenesis the process your body uses to burn fat directly for warmth, even when you're not exercising. This happens largely in a type of tissue called brown adipose tissue, or brown fat. Unlike regular fat, which stores energy, brown fat burns it. When activated, it converts stored white fat into usable energy, releasing heat in the process. This is your body's hidden fat burning switch. Now, what's remarkable is how small changes can flip that switch back on. When you expose your body to mild cold, like stepping outside into cool air, or even finishing your shower with a few seconds of cold water, brown fat activates to keep you warm. Similarly, certain foods like chili peppers or ginger stimulate thermogenesis by slightly increasing your core temperature. And when this happens, your body starts tapping into its energy stores, burning through visceral fat more efficiently than almost any diet can achieve alone. Fasting, for example, works by lowering insulin levels and forcing the body to use fat for fuel, but it can also cause fatigue, irritability, and muscle loss if done too long. Thermogenesis, on the other hand, doesn't rely on starvation. It works with your body's natural rhythm. By gently increasing your core temperature, you raise your metabolic rate without draining your energy or slowing your hormones. It's a steady, sustainable burn rather than an on and off crash cycle. Here's a way to picture it. Fasting is like turning off the gas completely to save energy, while thermogenesis is like adjusting the flame to the perfect level so your system runs efficiently all the time. When you activate thermogenesis, your mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your cells, become more active. They convert fatty acids into energy and heat, which means you're literally burning fat to stay warm and energized. And the benefits go far beyond fat loss. A healthy thermogenic response supports hormone balance, stabilizes blood sugar, and even improves mood. When your body is warm and metabolically active, it sends a signal of safety to your nervous system. That safety allows your brain to relax, reduces stress hormones like cortisol, and keeps your energy more balanced throughout the day. Many people overlook this because they focus on calorie restriction or long fasting windows. But your metabolism isn't a calculator, it's a thermostat. And when you focus on turning up the heat rather than simply cutting down fuel, your body becomes more efficient, more alive, and much better at burning off the deep fat that's hardest to lose. So instead of thinking, how can I eat less? Start asking, how can I make my body warmer? Because when you do that, when you learn to naturally activate thermogenesis, you shift from fighting your biology to working with it. That's when fat loss becomes easier, more consistent, and a whole lot more natural. When your core body temperature drops even slightly, your metabolism begins to slow down. It's one of the body's oldest survival instincts. In nature, a cooler internal temperature means there's less available energy, so the body shifts into conservation mode. It starts saving fuel instead of burning it. That means fewer calories used, less fat converted to energy, and more stored around your organs and belly. What was once a brilliant design for survival during cold winters or famine now works against us in modern life, where stress, lack of movement, and restrictive diets trick our bodies into thinking we're in danger. Imagine your metabolism like a campfire. When the wood is dry and there's enough oxygen, it burns brightly, radiating warmth and energy. But when it's damp or starved of air, the flame flickers and weakens. Your body's core temperature works the same way. If it dips below its natural rhythm, the flame of your metabolism cools. You might notice this as fatigue, cold hands and feet, slower digestion, or constant hunger. These are all signs that your body is trying to conserve energy rather than spend it. Stress plays a huge role in this. When you're under chronic stress, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that tells your system to store energy for later. It's like your body saying, we might need this fat soon, so hold on to it. At the same time, stress can cause your blood vessels to constrict, reducing blood flow and lowering body temperature. You might not realize it, but that constant sense of being on edge can literally make your body colder inside, which in turn slows thermogenesis. Poor sleep has a similar effect. When you don't rest deeply, your body struggles to regulate temperature overnight. Normally, your core temperature dips slightly while you sleep, then rises in the morning to help you wake up. But when sleep is disrupted, that rhythm gets off balance. You wake up groggy, cold, and craving sugar, your body's quick attempt to create instant energy. The problem is, those quick carbs cause insulin spikes that shut down fat burning even more. So you start your day in storage mode rather than burn mode. Restrictive dieting can be another silent cause of low core temperature. When you cut calories too aggressively or skip meals often, your body interprets that as scarcity. It's like an internal alarm system. Metabolism slows down to preserve energy. You might see the number on the scale drop at first, but over time, fat loss plateaus, energy crashes, and you start feeling colder. That's your body's way of saying, we need to survive, slow everything down. In this cooled state, thermogenesis weakens and your ability to burn visceral fat diminishes. Even emotional stress can have the same physical result. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow, circulation decreases, and your body prioritizes protecting vital organs rather than generating heat. You might not even notice the subtle signs: feeling cold after meals, having trouble warming up your hands or feet, or needing extra caffeine to wake up. All of these indicate that your internal furnace is running low. Now imagine the opposite. On days when you're well, rested, calm, and nourished, you feel warmer, your face has color, your hands are warm, and your energy feels smooth. That warmth isn't just comfort, it's metabolism in action. Your cells are active, oxygen is flowing, and fat is being converted into energy. It's your body's natural rhythm working exactly as it should. This is why focusing on warmth and balance can be more effective than pushing your body into extremes. Fasting too long, overtraining, or undereating might make you feel disciplined, but physiologically, they can cool you down and slow everything you're trying to accelerate. Supporting thermogenesis means supporting your body's sense of safety. It's about creating conditions where your body feels secure enough to burn rather than store. So, when you notice yourself feeling cold, sluggish, or tense, that's not just random discomfort, it's your body whispering that your metabolism needs warmth, nourishment, and rest to ignite again. When you begin to listen to those cues and gently restore your internal temperature through better sleep, stress relief, and proper nourishment, your body naturally shifts back into fat burning mode. It stops clinging to energy and starts trusting that it's safe to let go. Inside your body, there's a network of systems quietly communicating with each other: your hormones, your fat cells, your nervous system, all working together to decide whether your body should store energy or burn it. The Thermo Boost Trick taps directly into that conversation by activating a special kind of fat tissue known as brown adipose tissue or brown fat. Unlike white fat, which acts as long-term storage, brown fat's primary job is to generate heat. When it's activated, it converts fatty acids and glucose directly into warmth and energy. This process, called non-shivering thermogenesis, is the biological foundation of how your body can melt fat naturally without relying on extreme diets or fasting. Here's how it works. Deep inside your cells are mitochondria, often called the powerhouses of the cell. These mitochondria use oxygen and nutrients to produce energy, and brown fat cells contain far more mitochondria than white fat cells. The Thermo Boost Trick essentially tells these mitochondria to uncouple energy production from storage, meaning instead of saving energy for later, they start burning it immediately to generate heat. The result is a rise in core temperature and a significant increase in calorie burning, even when you're resting or sleeping. This activation process is often triggered through small, controlled stressors that stimulate your body's natural survival responses in a healthy way, things like brief cold exposure, thermogenic foods, or even targeted breathing patterns. These gentle activations tell your nervous system that you need warmth, which sends signals through the hypothalamus, your body's internal thermostat, to turn on brown fat activity. In response, brown fat cells release heat, burning stored triglycerides and glucose in the process. Over time, this creates a compounding effect. As your brown fat becomes more active, your resting metabolic rate increases, and your body becomes better at maintaining a slightly higher temperature on its own. This process doesn't just help burn fat, it also influences insulin sensitivity. When thermogenesis increases, your cells start using more glucose efficiently, pulling it from your bloodstream for energy rather than storing it as fat. This stabilizes blood sugar levels and reduces insulin spikes, which are one of the biggest blockers of fat loss. Essentially, your body becomes more metabolically flexible, switching between burning carbs and fats smoothly, without the highs and crashes that come with energy imbalances. Another layer of the Thermo Boost Trick is how it impacts your hormones and energy regulation. When your internal temperature rises slightly, your body releases certain hormones like norepinephrine, which acts like a signal to activate brown fat and increase heart rate just enough to boost circulation and oxygen flow. That improved circulation means more nutrients reach your cells, and your energy feels more stable throughout the day. You're not dependent on caffeine or sugar spikes to stay alert. Your body is literally generating its own steady energy supply. There's also a neurological connection at play. The same areas of the brain that regulate temperature also influence mood, motivation, and focus. When you enhance thermogenesis, you often notice a lift in clarity and emotional stability. That's because an active metabolism supports brain energy and oxygenation. It's one reason why people who practice cold exposure or light heat-based therapies often report feeling more focused and emotionally balanced. What makes this approach so sustainable is that it works continuously 24/7. Once brown fat is activated and your mitochondria are functioning efficiently, your metabolism doesn't just spike for an hour and drop back down, it stays elevated throughout the day. That means your body is constantly burning calories in the background, even while you're sitting, reading, or sleeping. And because this process works with your biology, not against it, you're not depleting your energy or forcing your body into stress mode like fasting or crash dieting often do. Over time, the benefits stack. Higher thermogenesis leads to improved insulin sensitivity, which helps your body regulate hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin more effectively. That makes it easier to maintain a healthy appetite rhythm and reduces cravings. Your blood sugar stays stable, your energy stays steady, and fat burning becomes an automatic background process rather than a forced effort. This is why so many people who discover this simple metabolic technique notice that they feel warmer, lighter, and more energized even before they see visible changes in the mirror. It's not just about losing fat, it's about resetting your body's thermostat so it runs on efficiency instead of emergency mode. By working with your own biology, activating brown fat, enhancing mitochondrial function, and improving insulin sensitivity, you turn your metabolism into a consistent, natural source of heat and vitality that keeps burning around the clock. Your body already knows how to burn fat. It just needs the right environment and fuel to do it efficiently. Thermogenesis depends on small, consistent signals, nutrients, minerals, and daily habits that tell your body it's safe to burn energy. When those signals are missing, the body does the opposite. It conserves, it slows. But when they're present, metabolism rises naturally, and you can feel it. Your body feels warmer, your focus sharper, your energy smoother. It's not about eating less or working harder. It's about giving your body the materials it needs to ignite that internal heat. One of the most powerful nutrients for thermogenesis is magnesium. It supports hundreds of cellular reactions, including those that control energy production inside the mitochondria. Without enough magnesium, your cells can't efficiently convert fat into energy. Foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and dark chocolate can help restore these levels. Another key player is iodine, which supports thyroid function, and the thyroid is like your body's temperature control center. Seaweed, iodized salt, and fish are great natural sources that help maintain that internal heat balance. Iron and B vitamins are also critical because they help transport oxygen through the blood and assist in energy metabolism. When these are low, you might feel fatigued and cold even if you're eating enough. Adding foods like eggs, lentils, and leafy greens ensures your cells have the oxygen and factors needed for active fat burning. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts improve the fluidity of your cell membranes, which helps your mitochondria function more efficiently, essentially turning up your body's natural thermostat. Then there are thermogenic compounds, natural chemicals that gently increase body temperature. Caffeine, green tea extract, capsaicin from chili peppers, and compounds in ginger and turmeric all create small temperature rises in the body. These foods don't burn fat by magic. They simply stimulate the nervous system to activate brown fat and boost metabolism for several hours. That's why having a warm drink in the morning with ingredients like ginger or cayenne can give you both energy and a mild thermogenic effect. It's a signal to your body it's time to wake up and burn. Hydration also plays a surprisingly large role. Water is essential for metabolism. Every process in the body that generates energy relies on it. When you're even slightly dehydrated, metabolism slows down and thermogenesis drops. Starting your morning with warm water rather than cold primes digestion and circulation. Add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt, and you restore essential electrolytes that help balance temperature regulation. This small ritual not only wakes your metabolism, but also supports your adrenals, helping your body stay in energy, burning rather than energy, saving mode. Meal timing can amplify this effect too. Eating a nutrient-dense breakfast within an hour of waking can signal safety to your metabolism. It tells your body it's okay to burn energy because more fuel is coming soon. Skipping breakfast or delaying your first meal too long can do the opposite. It mimics famine, dropping your core temperature and encouraging fat storage. If you want to enhance thermogenesis, focus on balance. Combine protein, healthy fats, and warming spices early in the day to fuel steady energy and keep your metabolic fire strong. Movement, even light movement, enhances all of this. A short walk after breakfast or some gentle stretching helps distribute warmth through your muscles and activates circulation. Muscle tissue generates heat and uses more energy than fat tissue. So regular movement, even without intense workouts, contributes to a higher resting temperature over time. Think of movement as stoking the fire, not exhausting it. Another simple but powerful habit is deep breathing. When you breathe deeply, especially in the morning, you bring in more oxygen, and oxygen is the spark that keeps your metabolic fire alive. Just a few minutes of calm, full breathing helps reduce stress hormones, improves circulation, and prepares your body to use fat for energy rather than store it. These small, daily practices, nutrient support, hydration, warmth, mindful eating, and gentle movement combine to create a body that runs warmer, calmer, and more efficiently. They help shift you from survival mode to thriving mode, from storing energy to using it freely. Over time, your metabolism learns this rhythm. It burns what it doesn't need, keeps what's essential, and releases the rest. Fat loss then stops being a battle of willpower and becomes a side effect of alignment, your body and habits working together to keep your internal fire burning strong. The way you begin your morning can completely shape how your metabolism performs for the rest of the day. Your body's internal temperature naturally dips overnight, conserving energy while you sleep. But the moment you wake up, you have a window about 60 to 90 minutes to tell your metabolism what kind of day it's going to have. If you start your morning in a calm, warm, and gently activated state, your body stays in fat, burning mode for hours. If you start it with stress, dehydration, or skipping nourishment, your body shifts into storage mode instead. The first key is light exposure. When you open your eyes to natural sunlight or even bright indoor light, if it's still dark out, you send a signal through your eyes to your brain's hypothalamus, the part that controls both your circadian rhythm and temperature regulation. That light tells your body it's morning, time to wake up, which triggers a mild rise in body temperature and cortisol, the healthy, energizing kind that motivates you to move. This natural cortisol spike is your body's tin-go signal for thermogenesis. It prepares your metabolism to start burning energy instead of conserving it. Next comes hydration. After 7 or 8 hours without water, your blood is slightly thicker, your organs are slower, and your body temperature is cooler. Drinking 12 to 16 ounces of warm water within minutes of waking rehydrates your cells, activates digestion, and begins to raise your core temperature. Adding a small pinch of mineral salt and a squeeze of lemon can help restore electrolytes and support adrenal balance, a simple step that primes your energy production for the day. After hydration, gentle temperature exposure helps wake up thermogenesis even further. A short burst of cold, like rinsing your face with cool water or finishing your shower with 30 seconds of cold, activates brown fat. Your body senses the drop in skin temperature and responds by generating internal heat to warm you. This mild, safe form of thermal stress strengthens your metabolism over time, making it more efficient at burning fat for heat. For some people, alternating between warm and cool water during a shower creates an even stronger response. It trains your body to regulate temperature actively rather than passively. Movement is another powerful activator. You don't need an intense workout right away. In fact, high-intensity exercise too early can increase stress hormones before your body is ready. What works better is 5 to 10 minutes of light movement, stretching, walking, or breathing exercises that open the lungs and warm the muscles. Movement increases blood flow, oxygen delivery, and heat production in your muscles, gently raising your core temperature. This combination of oxygen and warmth signals your body that it's time to burn energy, not store it. Now, one of the simplest and most effective thermogenic tools is your morning drink. A warm beverage like green tea, coffee, or herbal tea with ginger, cayenne, or cinnamon gently raises body temperature and activates your nervous system in a balanced way. Adding a bit of healthy fats such as MCT oil, coconut oil, or a small amount of grass-fed butter can help extend energy release, keeping your metabolism active longer. These healthy fats are easily converted into ketones, which fuel your brain and muscles without triggering insulin spikes. The warmth of the drink itself also plays a role. It increases circulation and primes digestion, both of which contribute to thermogenesis. After your morning drink, a nutrient-dense breakfast seals the foundation. Eating within about an hour of waking, especially something rich in protein and minerals, tells your body it's safe to burn energy. Foods like eggs, oats with nuts, or a protein smoothie with warming spices keep blood sugar steady and prevent the drop in body temperature that can happen with delayed eating. When you skip breakfast, your body interprets it as uncertainty and slows metabolism to preserve resources. When you fuel gently and consistently, you keep the internal fire strong and steady. Finally, take a few minutes to breathe deeply or step outside for a slow walk. This helps synchronize your nervous system and lowers stress hormones, ensuring your metabolism stays in the balanced, fat-burning zone rather than swinging into fight or flight. Just 5 minutes of calm breathing can increase oxygenation, improve circulation, and maintain that steady warmth you've built through your morning steps. This simple sequence, light, hydration, temperature, movement, warmth, and calm, can completely reshape how your body uses energy. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Over time, these habits teach your metabolism to wake up easily and stay active throughout the day. Instead of fighting your body to lose fat, you begin each morning by working with it, aligning with its natural rhythm, raising your internal temperature, and setting the tone for steady, effortless fat burning that lasts for hours. Real, lasting change happens when your body feels safe enough to stay in balance. Thermogenesis isn't a quick fix or a temporary hack, it's a way of teaching your metabolism to trust you again. It's the opposite of the push harder mentality that so many of us have learned from years of dieting. Instead of forcing your body to burn fat through deprivation, you're inviting it to burn fat naturally by restoring its rhythm and warmth. This is what makes the Thermo Boost approach sustainable. It works with your biology, not against it. When people chase fast results, they often fall into extremes. They starve, they overtrain, or they overload on caffeine just to feel awake. For a few days, it might seem to work, the scale moves, energy spikes, but then the body fights back. Hunger increases, energy crashes, sleep suffers, and fat loss stalls. That's not failure, that's your body protecting itself. It senses stress, cools down the internal temperature, and holds onto energy because it doesn't feel safe to let go. Thermogenesis changes that conversation. Instead of stress, it communicates safety. It says, I'm nourished, I'm warm, I'm supported, it's okay to release. The real key to sustaining thermogenesis is consistency in small, repeatable habits. Warm nourishment in the morning, enough minerals and hydration throughout the day, gentle movement, and a focus on rest. These are the things that keep your internal fire steady. You don't need perfection, and you don't need to do everything at once. Even small actions, like finishing your shower with a few seconds of cool water, sipping ginger tea, or stepping into sunlight when you wake up, each act as reminders to your metabolism to stay active. Over time, these cues stack together, strengthening your thermogenic response so that your body naturally stays in burn mode. Sleep is one of the most overlooked thermogenic tools. When you sleep deeply, your body repairs mitochondria and rebalances hormones like leptin and Rel in the ones that control hunger and satiety. Good sleep also keeps cortisol levels stable, preventing the metabolic slowdown that happens with chronic stress. Building a consistent bedtime routine, keeping your room slightly cool, and reducing late night screen time can all support your body's ability to regulate temperature and energy the next day. Another pillar of long-term thermogenesis is emotional regulation. Stress cools the body both physically and hormonally. When you're constantly tense or anxious, blood flow pulls toward your core organs for protection, leaving your extremities cold and your metabolism sluggish. Calm practices like deep breathing, journaling, or even a short mindfulness break can reverse that effect. They tell your nervous system that you're safe. When your nervous system relaxes, blood flow improves, oxygen delivery increases, and your internal temperature rises naturally. Emotional warmth translates directly to physical warmth. Nutrition, too, becomes about nourishment rather than control. You don't need to chase the latest diet or cut out entire food groups. Focus instead on balance and warmth, foods that are easy to digest, rich in minerals, and gently thermogenic. Spices, healthy fats, proteins, and hydration all support steady energy release and a warm, active metabolism. Eating mindfully, when you're calm and grounded, helps your body absorb nutrients efficiently and keeps your thermogenic system strong. The shift from quick fixes to lasting change is really a shift from fighting your body to befriending it. You're no longer punishing it into submission. You're partnering with it. Each day you stay consistent, even imperfectly, your body learns that it can trust the process. Over time, it stops clinging to fat as protection and starts using it freely as fuel. This is how long-term fat loss happens, not through force, but through cooperation. There will still be days when your energy feels low, when you crave comfort, or when the fire feels dim. That's normal. The goal isn't to stay perfectly on fire all the time, but to keep coming back to the habits that help you feel warm, safe, and alive. When you do that, thermogenesis stops being something you activate and becomes simply how your body works, your natural state. And that's the real secret. It's not about chasing transformation. It's about maintaining connection. The warmth you cultivate inside isn't just physical heat, it's vitality, stability, and self-trust. Over time, those qualities radiate outward, shaping not only how your body looks, but how it feels to live in it. That's what lasting change really means: a body that runs efficiently, a mind that feels calm, and an energy that stays bright without effort.